The political winds may be changing in Rwanda, where fierce critics of President Paul Kagame were last week released from jail. Is their release a signal that the Central African country is entering a new chapter of political tolerance? My colleague, Esther Githui-Ewart, has the report.
It is no secret that Diane Rwigara, leader of People's Salvation Movement political party, has been a thorn in the side of the ruling Rwanda Patriotic Front Party, RPF.
RPF owns all businesses, most big businesses in the country, and they keep wanting more and more.
The 37-year-old accountant rose to political prominence in 2017 when she became an outspoken critic of President Paul Kagame's government ahead of the August 2017 election. Diane, alongside her mother Adeline Rwigara and her sister Anne, were arrested in September 2017 and charged with inciting insurrection. The prosecution had sought a 22-year jail sentence for Diane and her mother, but it was reduced to 15 years. After serving more than a year in jail, a Rwandan High Court last Thursday acquitted them of all charges. The three-judge panel in the jam-packed court ruled the charges were baseless. Family members and supporters welcomed their release. A defiant Diane vowed her political journey will continue.
I'm very happy with the court decision. I am continuing with my political journey. Everything I talked about in the past has not been resolved. There are still many political prisoners in the country.
With her Bible in hand, Diane's mother, Adeline, rejoiced. Charges against her and 4 others were dropped. She had been accused of exchanging WhatsApp messages that pointed an accusing finger at the government for the death of her husband, Assinapol Rwigara, who died in a car accident in 2015. Assinapol was an influential businessman who financed the ruling Rwandan Patriotic Front in the 1990s before falling out of favor with its leaders. The family steadfastly believes he was assassinated.
I praise the Lord, I praise the Lord. I have not much to say except for to say that I have committed no crime, neither myself nor my daughter.
Diane has long maintained that her political journey has not been influenced by her father's death, but rather by the right to freely express herself.
I'm speaking on behalf of everybody who has been a victim and who is not able to get their voice heard.
The release of the Rwigaras came 1 month after the unexpected release from jail of Ingabire Victoire, another woman who sought to run for the presidency in 2010. Ingabire was accused of forming a group to destabilize the government by use of war and terrorism. April 7, 2018 marked 24 years since the genocide in Rwanda. In 1994, more than 800,000 people were systematically murdered throughout Rwanda. The vast majority were Tutsi, but moderate Hutus and others were also targeted. In spite of the reconciliation process, the emotional and physical wounds have been slow to heal. Bishop John Ruchama is president of the National Unity and Reconciliation.
We don't have the luxury to do the economy first, then do the healing of the wounds, the memories of our people, the emotions of our people. That's why we work with one hand and we wipe the tears with the other one.
To his credit, President Kagame, who took over power after the genocide, is admired for restoring stability in the country and turning around the country's economic growth in a relatively corrupt-free environment. It remains unclear whether the release from prison of these critics of the president signal a new political dawn in the country. Soon after the Rwigara's acquittal, Rwanda's Minister for Justice and Attorney General released a statement saying the government respects the court's verdict on the case of Diane Rwigara and Adeline Rwigara and will carefully study its implications. We condemn all attempts by external actors to inappropriately influence judicial processes in Rwanda. We will continue to vigorously enforce our laws on electoral integrity, public safety, and respect for the judiciary. Esther Githui-Ewart, VOA News, Washington.